A couple of weeks ago, I did a video titled, and I did it on a Friday, what I call Bonus Friday or Bonus TGIF Friday video. And it was called No Time to Waste. And what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to air that here because I have a part 2. And I said I would do a part 2 to that. And I'm going to do it for you today on Monday, because I want there to be a continuation. So for those of you who watched it and may have forgotten because you've been busy with life, and for those of you who have not had an opportunity to watch part 1, let's get ready to watch it. Watch it now. Then I'll come back and conclude it with part 2 on No Time to Waste. Have you ever felt like time is quickly passing you by? Do you wake up feeling like yesterday was Monday, but it is actually Friday? Have you ever felt like there's not enough time in a day? It's not enough time to get this project done, or that project done, this task done. Have you ever felt like you woke up and it was 1 year, and yet it's 10 years later? Where did the time go? Well, today on this special video, what I call those TGIF bonus video, we're going to be talking about not wasting time. The reason I decided to do video on a Friday, and of course this video is going to post, I think that's what I'm going to do too. Whenever I miss a week, or if I feel that it's needed or necessary, I will, or demand. Maybe demand is good. There'll be demand for these videos. But on Friday nights, whenever I miss our Monday video post, my goal is to still post a video by the end of the week, going into the weekend. And so that's why I started these, what I call TGIF bonus videos. Now, time is a very important and very valuable tool, a very valuable gift that's been given to us. It is something that's unlike real estate. It's unlike starting a business. It's unlike losing money. It's unlike losing a house or some residence that you stayed in, or roof over your head. It's unlike losing a job. You can get all of those things. You can replenish any of those things. Even relationships, maybe not with the same person, but you can replenish relationships. But the one thing you can't get, in real estate, they say it's about location, location, location. When life is really about intentionality, intentionality, intentionality. Why? Because there's not any more time being made for you or for me. And when we go, some people believe they're going to die and go to sleep. Some people believe in reincarnation. Some people believe in a heaven or hell. And I'm one of those right there. I do believe there's a heaven and hell. But regardless of your belief, one day I believe all of us are going to be held accountable. We're going to look back on the stories of our lives, and either we're going to be excited and grateful and thankful, or we're going to have a lot of shoulda, woulda, couldas. That choice is entirely up to you. Now, this video, being on a Friday night, is not going to be very long. My goal is to really keep it in that 10-minute window, give or take. And then I may do a part 2 come Monday. Okay? So today we're talking about no time to waste. There's no time to waste. So time is one of the most valuable resources that we have. And once it's gone, as I just said, it doesn't come back. Intentional people don't just spend their time. They use it intentionally. And you get to decide if you're going to be an intentional person or you're going to be an unintentional person. That's entirely up to you. And I'm talking about when you are of age and you have a certain level of understanding and ability to act or not to act. So TGIF, thank God it's Friday. Another week has passed, and here's a simple question. What did you do with it? That's a question only you can truly answer, because you are with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. What did you do with that time? Were you very productive? Did you do the things that were supposed to be done, as well as some of the things you may have wanted to do, to accomplish, or not? How many irons in the fire did you leave incomplete? Not because you couldn't do them because you were busy with other things, but because you are undisciplined. Time doesn't stop and it doesn't wait whether we've accomplished our stated task or not. And so you cannot control time. I cannot control time, but we can have certain levels of control or levers of control with what we do with that time. Let us understand this principle. Time is always moving. See, as I sit here and speak, seconds have gone by. Some minutes have gone by. And pretty soon, an hour would have went by just like that. And most people are unaware of that time is truly fleeting. Or let's say it this way, time is doing what it was programmed to do. So every day, every hour, every minute, time is moving forward. And once it passes, you can't go back and get it back. I know there was a famous movie franchise that came out called Back to the Future starring Michael J. Fox. Those are some good movies, by the way. I think I'm going to go back and watch some of those. And some of y'all who don't know about that because you're younger than me, then yes, I'm telling my age. I'm only 47 years young. But y'all should go back and check out some of those movies of the 80s and 90s. There's a lot of value back there. But you can't get that time back. So maximize the moment. Like when you sitting there watch this video, don't be multitasking doing 5 different things right now. Again, unless you're driving or unless you maybe have some work to do, you can kind of play me in the background at the moment. But when you have time, sit down and really listen and focus on what's being said. Because a lot of times when our attention is taken from one, is split, we're not catching everything in that moment. So let's maximize that moment. Here's the real issue. Most people don't lose in life because of a lack of ability. Yes, all of us have ability to do something. Maybe not all the same things, but we all have been gifted with ability to do something. People lose because of how they use their time. What's the difference between you and Elon Musk? His use of time. But not only that, his way of thinking. Maybe you're not supposed to build rockets or cars or space center with SpaceX. Now, I think SpaceX is what his thing is called. One of his projects is called his businesses. Maybe it's not any of those things. Maybe it's something else. Being a good homemaker, good husband, starting a different type of business, or being a head coach somewhere. Whatever it is, if he's maximizing what he's doing, it's because of his thinking and what he thinks of time. So what are you doing that you can improve, increase your impact, increase your influence, but you're not just taking, but making the time to work on that? People lose because of how they use their time. How? They put things off. They delay decisions. And I'm talking about decisions there's some things you need to really be urgent about, be quick about. And people wait for the right moment. They wait in the right moment in most people's minds is the perfect moment. So if they get that feeling, they jump on it. So which also means if they don't get that feeling, they don't start anything. That's what's hurting a lot of us. And for Christians out there, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ too. God is waiting on you more than you're waiting on him. God is waiting on you more than you're waiting on him. That job won't call you, man or woman, if it never knows that you put in, if you never fill out an application and submit your resume. You would never get a phone call. You would never enter into a relationship, people, if you never put yourself in position to meet someone. Someday I'm talking to myself too. So these principles work across the board, whether or not you are aware of them and whether or not you utilize them. So if you want to change things in your life, you have to decide to change things in your life. Most of us put decisions off or delay decisions that we couldn't make now. The right time and the right moment to do certain things is now. If you need to do your laundry and you're sitting here watching the game, okay, wait till it go on commercial, get up and go and get your laundry and put together. Or start cooking or Begin writing that book, whatever that task may be. It depends on your situation at the time. But start being a person of intentionality and therefore taking intentional action. Don't waste your time. There's not an abundance of that. The older we get, the closer we are to the grave. And again, some people die young, some people die older. In either case, make the best of what you have. Crying ain't gonna change it because you lost opportunities. Feeling sorry for yourself, being pitiful, getting depressed. None of those things help us. So stop wasting time. What does wasting time look like? Well, wasting time doesn't always look obvious. So sometimes it looks like endless scrolling. I've done that. You may open your phone, open up YouTube or TikTok or whatever, and you'll see a video that you like, and let's say the video is 3 minutes long. So your intention was just to only watch that one. But there's something else come up and you scroll. Another 3-minute video. Do you know that 30 minutes can pass with you watching 3-minute videos? Which means that's 10 videos you took 30 minutes to watch. 30 minutes you probably didn't have. At least 27 minutes of it you did not have or you did not intend to use watching those videos. Scrolling. Helping somebody else make money. So we have to look at that and be like, you know what? I'm going to do something that's beneficial for me too. I'll take 5 or 10 minutes on this, but then I'm going to take 30 minutes on that or 2 hours on this or whatever. That's the type of mentality we must have. What else do we sometimes, what else makes wasting time not look so obvious? Overthinking things. Do you know how much time can actually go by with you sitting there overthinking and procrastinating and overanalyzing certain decisions that you must make? Just like I talked about the 30 minutes with the videos, 3-minute videos, 2 hours, 2 days, 2 weeks. And you still thinking. Hesitation. See, all of these things are costly and they are least obvious. And if you don't understand the value of your time, you don't really understand the value of the decisions you're about to make, it's very easy for you to do it. Now, some people will still say, and I've heard this happening, like in business, some people will say, I know this business will be a profitable opportunity for me. I know if I do this, I can get a promotion on my job. And they'll tell you they know it and still reject it. People like that you can't help. They have admitted to conscientiously making a bad decision. People like that you can't help. They're going to get help when they're ready to get help. That's all they're telling you. Staying comfortable. Do y'all know how easy it is to stay comfortable? See, one of the projects I'm working on for myself, one of the exercises I'm working on with myself is to work uncomfortably. Live comfortably uncomfortable. I want to stop being comfortable in some things. Working on writing some books. I have 24 book ideas. 24 so far. Actually, it's probably more than that. I just forgot where I misplaced some of those ideas that I've accrued over the years. But I have 24 book ideas. How come not one book is written? Yeah, I'm being transparent with you. So I know these principles work because in certain areas I have succeeded using these principles, just like in certain areas I have created lessons. Notice I didn't say I failed. I've created lessons to learn from. So if you want to become better, see, because you're going into the weekend and most people get laxed, people going to go and do whatever you're going to do. I'm not casting judgment on nobody. People are going to do what they do, leading from Friday over into Saturday and into Sunday, and then start the cycle back over again for Monday. But the question is how, what did you intentionally and purposely accomplish over the weekend, over that 3-day period? What? Something you could look back and say, I'm glad I did that. It was beneficial to me. It helped me improve my character. I improved to my knowledge. I improved to my health. I started writing that book. I started that business. I was working on becoming a better employee. I was working on becoming a better person for my family. What can you look back come Monday? What can you look back and be excited about? Think from that perspective. Now, I know for some people, they don't want to think that much. Where am I at? I'm at 14 minutes. See, I told you I was going to try to do 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and shorten this down because I'm going to do a part 2 to this, and it's probably going to be Monday. We have to take value. We have to value, or should. I ain't going to say have to. You don't have to. We should look into valuing, or we have the option of valuing our time. Value your time like you value money. Actually, value your time more than you value money, because you can get more money, even though you may have lost a lot. But once you lose that time, it is not guaranteed to come back at all. And once you know it, when you think about it, if you don't do today what you could have done yesterday or today, 2 weeks would have been in the past, as I said earlier. 2 months have been in the past before you know it. 2 years will be gone. Shoulda, woulda, coulda just does not help, huh? That's one of the reasons why people go into depressed states of mind. So let's make the shift, okay? Intentional people think differently. And I hope if you were not, that after this video, you decide to become an intentional person. They don't ask how much time do I have. They ask, what am I doing with the time I've been given? And I'm repeating myself in various ways in this video, hoping that whichever phrase is needed for you hits its target. Because we all have a purpose. There is a plan for all of us. But we must participate with that plan if we're going to accomplish why we were put here in the first place. And no, it was not for selfish purposes. Yes, it includes you getting what you want out of life, in life, but it's not exclusively about you or exclusively about me. How can I improve today so that I can better serve others tomorrow? So here's a charge or a challenge that I want to issue you. As you step forward into this weekend, don't just relax, reflect. I know that's a challenge. I know it is. That's why it's called a challenge. Because most people want to say, man, ooh, the week is over. I'm going to chill. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to go party. I'm going to let my hair down. Okay. Then reflect. Reflect, then reset. Any area that needs to be reset. Reset yourself. Reset your mind. Your mind needs it. Reset your body. Your body needs it. Then realign and say, okay, am I in alignment? If to realign means you got out of alignment. So if you're out of alignment, just like when you go to a chiropractor, they kind of help line your joints back up. Line your mindset, line your words, line your behaviors up, realign them so that you can also have the results that come automatically as a result, if you will, of those actions. Mind, heart, as my dad says, if your heart and your mouth align, it speaks out are in alignment, then you should behave the correct way. This part is me. Behave according to what you said, based on what's in your heart, and the certain results are automatic. They are inevitable. If you plan to fail, you will succeed. If you plan to succeed, you will succeed. And again, I'm talking about if you plan to fail and you cooperate with that plan, you will succeed. If you plan to succeed and you cooperate with that plan, you will succeed. Either case, so you get to choose whether you fail, you get to choose whether you succeed. I want to thank y'all for joining me today. Part 2 is coming. Again, as I said, I intended to keep this video short because I know most people are going to be focused on relaxing and having their fun. God bless you. And remember to maximize the moment. Now, I hope you were blessed by that video. But now we're going to conclude with part 2. Because even though you are aware that you shouldn't be wasting time, the next thing is, now what? And so that's what today's title, the title of today's video is. No time to waste. Now what? Let's go ahead and get into it. Let me get my place here. Now, On Friday, we talked about something simple. There's no time to waste. But time is moving. We have to understand that time continues to flow whether you are aware of it or not, and whether or not you're taking the necessary steps to maximize the time that you have. Whether we move or not, time is still moving. But today I want to take it one step further. If there's no time to waste, then what should we do with the time that we have? I'm glad you asked. So let's understand this. Awareness is not enough. Just because you are aware of the value of time and that you shouldn't waste it, or that it shouldn't be wasted, that is not enough in order for you to benefit and or others to benefit from your awareness. Knowing time is valuable doesn't change your life. Using your time wisely does. Awareness without action is still wasted time. How many times have someone brought it to your attention, or you recognized or discovered that not doing what you said you would do or not doing what you knew to do was a waste of time? That you missed it, that you didn't complete a certain task or project, or you didn't fulfill a certain promise. You told your wife you get those cabinets put up, you get the garage cleaned out. You told your husband or your spouse that you get the laundry done or cook tonight or get the dishes clean. Your teenagers told your parents, yes ma'am, yes sir, I'll get that taken care of, but you didn't. You didn't clean up your room like you said you would, like you were told to. So you wasted time. And so now what happens is the time that you wasted is going to be taken from something else. Guaranteed. That's how it works. There are three things that we must do with our time. That is, you have an option to do. So what matters most right now? We have to learn how to gauge what is important and what is urgent, how to categorize those things, and then begin to take action where necessary. Clarity removes confusion. So what's the first thing? Get clear. That's what we talk about here. Get clear on what matters the most right now. So if you're working on your job right now and you have you at work, but you have laundry at the house that you need to get done. Well, right now that laundry is not a priority right at this very moment. Is that correct? Exactly. What your boss, your employer, or your customers, if you own a business, have you doing right now? What you're doing right now for them, that's what's the priority. It doesn't mean taking care of their work at home is not a priority. It just means it's not a priority right now. So the first thing we must do is get clear. I know what it's like to struggle with that. Let me tell y'all a story. Let me go over these 2 points, and then I'm gonna tell y'all a short story about me. And it's gonna be very short, but well, you probably wouldn't mind if it was long anyway. But let's get to it. So first thing to do is to get clear. The second thing is to get focused. Once you get clarity, now you get focused and hone in. Stop trying to do everything. If you made it to work or went to your business and started working there for an hour, and then you said, hey, hold on, I'll be back in an hour. I'm going to go home and do my laundry. And then you come back on the third hour and you're going back and forth like that, you cannot sustain success. That doesn't even sound right, does it? It doesn't even sound rational. It doesn't even sound reasonable to show up at work or show up at your business and go back and forth within an hour's time, within 30 minutes time, or even within 2 hours time, back and forth 5 times in a day, 3 times in a day, to your house to do laundry and to do your other household chores. No, when you're at work, be at work. When you get home, be at home. Focus creates progress. You're not going to get everything done at once. I know we love to talk about multitasking. Some people make it look effortless, but you, that same person who is excellent at prioritizing the task that they're doing, and it seems like they're multitasking. No, what they have is they are multi-focusing. So if they take 5 minutes to take notes, then they take another 5 minutes to add something to a calendar, and 5 minutes to do this particular task or that particular task, and then another 5 minutes. All they have done is divided their focus on 5 different things for 5 minutes. And some people make it look so effortless because they get those things done in that manner. They may have trained themselves to do that. That may be a natural skill, but they're not doing all of those things at the same time. Maybe within the same space of time, but not at the exact same time. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not like there is multiple copies of themselves, clones, if you will, of themselves doing different tasks all at the same time. Your computer can do that. God can do that. Now, of course, the computer is not on God's level. But what I'm saying is, based on how the computer's created, you can have a computer be on the same system and it can do multiple tasks just like that because it was built and created for that purpose. You and I are not yet. So, when you say you're multitasking, no, you have multiple focuses going on within a block of time, a certain block of time. And if you're pretty good, you can be effective in all those things. But most people aren't that good at that because you still have to get to the finish line for whatever that task is. And if it takes you longer than it should, someone is going to bring that to your attention. If not you. So multitasking is a good skill to have, but let's understand the principle of it. You're not doing 5 different tasks all at the same time. So become very good at maximizing and putting in the focus and the energy on the thing you're supposed to be doing, then moving to the next thing. Or if you get to a stopping point with this, then start that and give all that energy for that block of time to that particular task. So remember, get focused, stop trying to do everything and stop trying to do everything at once. Why? Because focus creates progress. The third thing, get moving. Take the next step. Not perfect steps, but forward steps. You might slip and fall, like a baby who's learning to walk for the first time, learning to run for the first time, a child learning to ride a bike for the first time. Most do not get it right the first time. But if the parent or guardian is teaching them well, they will help that child get up and continue to move forward. In spite of the pain, in spite of the shame, in spite of the embarrassment, get up and go keep moving forward until they build the confidence they can do it without guidance. So, what's the 3 things to do with your time? And this applies across the board for anything you have going on. 1, get clear. Whatever it is at that moment, be clear. Number 2, be focused or get focused. And number 3, get moving in that direction. Don't get moving in other directions. Get moving in that direction. Now, there's something dangerous here, and that is called delay. I have discovered in life. Oh, let me go back. Let me back up. I told you I was going to tell y'all a short story. Not too long ago, I realized something. About I have had dreams since I was in my late teens. My father taught me and my siblings how to dream. To sit down, to write out a list of objectives, goals, and plans. The things, the kind of person we wanted to be, the things we wanted to do, the kind of life we wanted to have. So I sat down and I wrote out a number of things concerning marriage, concerning my relationship with God, concerning business, concerning finances, all of those things. Now, I did not realize this until recently, actually. I had my dreams. I started writing this down when I was 16, going on 17 years of age. But I actually didn't realize until recently that I did not dream beyond the age of 27. Now, when I say I didn't dream, I had written goals for that entire block of time. I had aspirations that I was going to achieve them. But after the age of 27, I was not married, still married at this moment, but I'm working on that. Not where I wanted to be financially. Hadn't really even accomplished most of those dreams I had written down, many of which I still have. Some I revised over the years. But I discovered that I had lost my passion for those things and that I had begun to simply exist. I'm just being honest and transparent with y'all. I was taught very well, but I executed poorly. I think some things are of a divine nature because I trust God Almighty. I believe in Jesus Christ. And so I trust that God has a plan for my life. But you have to be honest with yourself. If you really sit down, move your emotions aside for a minute, and really think through some things, you may have not. I'll speak for me. Didn't always make the right decisions. And when I would start, this is one of the reasons I know this principle here works, is because I know the opposite of it. I wasted a lot of time. When things did not go my way, or things I started didn't happen, or take time to develop, or I didn't get the type of results that I wanted within the time I set, I quit and moved on to something else. I would keep changing. I would keep shifting my direction, keep shifting my focus to things that were not necessarily supposed to be something I was supposed to be doing. And I'm not talking about wrong, sinful things. I'm talking about bad business decisions. I'm talking about not getting to developing certain networking and having certain relationships I should have started, as well as getting away from some. And so anyway, after 27 years old, I lost track of my dreams, so to speak. I had them written, but I stopped looking at them. I stopped talking about them. And I just simply started existing. And honestly, I didn't even realize that till recently. And so you're watching a man who's in the making of becoming who he was supposed to be, by the grace of God. Now, do I believe there's a timing for things? Yes. Do I believe that there's things beyond my control? Yes. But I also know that there are things within my control. I didn't take the time. Now, I've learned a lot of things, don't misunderstand me. But I failed to, at the time, I don't like to say failure. I created lessons for me to learn from now and to hopefully share with you, and spare some of you from going through certain paths that you aren't destined or aren't supposed to be destined to go down. For example, I want to help people stop procrastinating. I want to help you move into action immediately towards certain goals. I have done a lot of things that was nowhere on my list, not on my calendar, work related, for others. Plenty of times. I succeeded more on behalf of others than I did for myself. That's not good. Both of them should be good. I should live a life I should have lived a life more worth living, so to speak. More productive for me. You know, the Bible says, for example, to love others as you love yourself. Love God, love others as you love yourself. So really, you're supposed to love God, love yourself, and love others. And I think I did a good job of loving others, but I could have done better. I realize that. And I'm grateful for that, because that helps give me a greater perspective and helps me on the path I'm already on, because I was ready for that information. I was ready for that revelation so that I could make a course correction. So I could be much more productive. I love God better, I love myself better, and I love you better. I would not say I've arrived. Number one, I know I haven't arrived, but even if I was 10 times better than where I'm at right now, I don't believe I would have the right to say I've arrived. And so everything I'm teaching, everything I'm sharing with you is based on my own experience. Some other experiences of others, because I know there's a lot of people who can identify with that. Some of the people that you may value, Elon Musk, Dr. Lee A. Simpson, Myron Golden, Michael Jordan, LeBron James. Everybody's had their moments, their spots or areas in their lives where they have had a moment to awaken in certain areas. This was one of mine. I wrote down dreams, some of which I started, but I did make the necessary adjustments, and I didn't always adapt, which would have caused me to have, or led me to have, the type of outcomes that I wanted that was right on the schedule, right on the path for me to have. And I hope this video, by the time you watch this, or maybe it's not for you, maybe it's for somebody else you know, by the time you watch this or they watch this, it will be at a moment in time where it will either confirm where they are, help them not go down that unnecessary path, or help bring someone back onto the right path and have a course correction. So get clear, get focused, and then move. Move forward, not backwards, not to the left or right. Move forward. Now, here's the danger, and this is one of the things that cost me, and it has cost a lot of people across the boards throughout history. In one way or another, it's the danger of delay. Delay is one of the biggest time wasters. The more you say, hold on, wait a minute. Oh, I'll get into it in a minute. And the minute never come. 5 minutes. 5 minutes never come. An hour never come. Tomorrow never comes. Next week never comes. Next month never comes. Next year never comes. So before you know it, 10 years is gone. People say, again, people say I'll start tomorrow. Yep, and it keeps moving. The longer you wait, the more time you lose. Let me say that again. The more you wait, the longer you wait, the more time you lose. See, people think losing money is bad, and it can be. But it's nothing like time. So you can lose $100 today, and you can there's many ways you can go get $100 tomorrow. But once your 24 hours is up for today, you can't go and get that back. You can't. I can't. I hope this is causing you to really think, because this time is one of our greatest commodities in all our life. Matter of fact, in this world, your time is your life. Tell somebody, I forgive you. And you might have to start with that person that's in the mirror looking back at you. I forgive you. I love you. I'm going to start now, not tomorrow. Start now can be simply writing a plan for tomorrow. That's an excellent start, because now you are embedding it and seeding it in your mind. And when you get up, this is going to be one of the first things on your mind you need to do: to get workout, to go pray, to study the Bible, to go read that book, to have some quiet time, to prepare for the day, whatever that process is for you. That's what you're going to do if you start the process in anything in that area. So, stop wasting time. Stop delaying. Stop just thinking about doing something. Stop just planning it. Again, planning is a part of the process, but it is not the completion of the process. Start doing it. A wise Jewish teacher once said, "The person who hears my word and does it is wise." Will you be wise today? Will you make a wise decision and take wise steps of action to accomplish whatever that goal is, or to begin the process for that particular outcome to come to reality? That's really your decision. As I said before, it's not something you simply pray about. It's not something you just confess about. It's something you have to be about. So here's your next move. Don't recognize that time is valuable. Don't just recognize that time is valuable. Use it. Start today. Start now. Because the time you have is already moving. Successful people don't wait for the time to be right. They use the time they have, and they lead themselves from the inside out. And if you can lead yourself from the inside out, you can also help lead others. So I hope today's video really has imprinted upon you, has really inspired you to value one of the greatest gifts each and every one of us humans have. None of us have it any more, any less, in the sense of, I'm talking about 24 hours, as far as what we can do with it. Elon Musk does not have something greater than you in relation to time. Now, some people can say, well, longevity. You're talking about living another 20 years, 30 years, whatever. I'm not talking about that part. I'm not talking about your lifespan. I'm saying we've all been gifted with 24 hours in each day. What are you? If you are a late age of accountability, whatever that may be, and you understand or have a sense of where you want to go, who you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to have in life, all of us have that in equal measure, 24 hours. What are you going to do? I hope you won't waste your time, because you now know what to do with it. God bless you. I'll see you on the next one. And remember, maximize the moment.